Welcome to Project U 2.2, where my goal is to help you break barriers and to step confidently into an elevated version of yourself. This podcast dives into mindset, growth, and creating the life you were meant to live. I'm Carrie, a former teacher turned leadership and growth mentor, helping people overcome self-doubt and embrace their next chapter. I believe you are your greatest project. Each week, we'll explore the habits, stories, and strategies that help you break barriers, step into your potential, and level up your life. Let's get started. Welcome back to Project U 2.2. Today we are diving into something that might feel a little out there at first, but I promise it is grounded in science, real life experience, and something you can put into practice starting today. We're talking about energy, frequency, and magnetic personality. How the universe responds to the vibration we put out. Why some days feel effortless, why certain opportunities appear almost magically, and how you can intentionally raise your frequency to align with the life you truly want. By the end of this episode, you'll have a deeper understanding of how energy and frequency actually work, some real-life examples of how energy impacts the people and world around us, practical exercises you can do immediately to raise your vibration, and a 7-day experiment to test this in your life and see real results. So let's get into it. Let's first talk about magnetic energy and the science of frequency. The universe is made of energy, magnetic energy. Everything around us, our bodies, our thoughts, even the air, is vibrating at a frequency. At the atomic level, atoms are mostly empty space, with electrons spinning, moving, and creating vibrations. This energy connects everything in the universe. Let's get a little bit scientific. Electricity and magnetism are deeply connected. Moving electric charges create magnetic fields, and changing magnetic fields induce electricity. As a daughter of an electrician, this always amazes me. This is called electromagnetism, a fundamental force of nature. In other words, energy that flows inside us and around us is literally electromagnetic. Our bodies generate tiny electric currents. The heart, brain, our nervous system all emit electromagnetic fields that can be measured. These fields affect our environment and can influence other people's energy. Even the planet has a magnetic field, the Earth's geomagnetic field, which all life interacts with. You are a literal, living, vibrating magnet in a magnetic universe. If you're a music person, think of it like tuning forks or radio stations. Each station has its own frequency. If you want to hear your favorite song, we simply just tune our radio to the right station. Life works the same way. Everything you desire, love, success, peace, is broadcasting at a specific frequency. Your job is to tune in to that frequency. Most of us are constantly sending out vibrations without even realizing it. Our emotions, thoughts, and beliefs all radiate energy. Let me be a little bit more specific. If you're experiencing lower frequency emotions, it's going to look more like fear, shame, jealousy, neediness, self-doubt. These all keep us stuck. Versus a higher frequency emotion, which is like joy, love, gratitude, confidence. Those put us in resonance with higher possibilities. Let's bring this to life with some familiar friends. If you've ever watched or read about Winnie the Pooh, you know Tigger and Eeyore. Tigger, he is a high energy and very magnetic little guy. And we see a magnetic personality in action. He bounces into a room and lifts the energy of everyone around him. Opportunities, connections, and good vibes seem to follow him wherever he goes. That's what happens when you show up in life radiating confidence, warmth, and positivity. Your energy naturally attracts people and experiences in alignment with your frequency. Eeyore, on the other hand, is low energy. He drags, doubts, walks around with his tail dragging. He just projects doom and gloom and self-doubt. People respond to him with caution or avoidance, not because he's bad, but because low frequency energy creates resistance and stagnation. I'm sure you can think of people in your life who emit the Tigger, high energy, magnetic personality and action. And you can probably also think about some Eeyores. Which one do you want to be? Most of us have moments of both Tigger and Eeyore, but the more you consciously choose to bounce like Tigger, the more magnetic your personality becomes. High frequency energy doesn't just feel better internally, it literally shifts the world around you, creating space for connection, opportunity, and joy. While being magnetic and high frequency like Tigger is powerful, there's a nuance many people miss. We can't be too much sometimes. Your energy might be so high that it overwhelms others who are operating at a lower frequency, just like trying to play a rock song on a violin. So let's be clear about this. I'm not asking you to bounce around and annoy everyone with your fake enthusiasm. That's where we need to have a little bit of emotional intelligence meeting our magnetic personality. You have to read the room. You have to notice the frequency of the people around you and adjust slightly, notching your energy up or down just a bit to bring it closer to neutral. This doesn't mean dimming your light. It means meeting people where they are so that your energy flows naturally instead of creating resistance. Think of it as energy translation. You're still radiating positivity and magnetic presence, but you're also making it accessible and relatable to those around you. When you do this, your energy becomes even more magnetic, harmonious, and effective because it resonates instead of overpowering. Magnetic personality isn't just about being likable, it's about tuning into the energy of what you want. Think of it like the law of attraction. Everything in the universe vibrates, and to attract the people, opportunities, and the experiences you desire, your frequency has to match theirs. The law of attraction is the principle that like attracts like. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy emit a vibration, and the universe responds by bringing experiences, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. In short, what you focus on and feel strongly about is what you draw into your life. It's not magic. It's the natural response of energy and motion. We are all connected to a limitless source of power, a kind of invisible magic wand that most of us only use a fraction of. When you consciously raise your frequency and align your energy with that source, it feels almost effortless. You start to notice the right people appearing in your life, opportunities showing up at just the right moment, and solutions emerging naturally. Here's the key. It's not just wishful thinking. You have to believe that what you want is possible and then maintain that high frequency energy while taking aligned action. Energy and action together create momentum. That combination is what turns potential into reality. In other words, your magnetic personality works like a signal beacon. The stronger, clearer, and more consistent your energy, the more the universe responds with support and doors opening that feel like pure magic. Think of yourself as a lighthouse or a radio tower. Your energy, thoughts, and emotions are the light or signal that you are broadcasting outward. When your energy is high frequency, joyful, confident, loving, you're sending out a bright, strong signal. The universe tunes in and reflects back opportunities, people, and experiences that match that frequency. On the flip side, when your energy is low, That low frequency, feelings of being fearful, stressed, doubtful, the signal is weak, distorted, and you attract situations that reflect that vibration. In other words, you're constantly transmitting. The clearer and stronger your signal, the easier it is to attract exactly what you want. It's like turning up the brightness on a lighthouse. You make it impossible to miss for the right ships or opportunities out at sea. Let's look at a few real-life examples of magnetic personality. I've seen this play out in my everyday life. The other day, I was at Costco. The store was bustling, shopping carts clattering, carts squeaking, the faint smell of freshly baked bread drifting from the bakery, and there was a man handing out samples. This employee was moving almost robotically, nodding at people as they rushed past without looking at him. His energy was low, almost invisible amid the crowd. He seemed almost just invisible to everyone rushing past. Shoppers were grabbing up his samples without really seeing him. Some offered a quick thank you. Others just grabbed their sample and went on with their shopping. He was going through the motions. His head was down, monotone voice, no eye contact, just another face in the crowd. I paused for a moment and made a choice. I was going to bring different energy into that interaction. So I stopped. I smiled. I made direct eye contact and said a heartfelt, "Thank you so much." Almost instantly, I could feel a shift in his energy. His eyes lifted, his shoulders straightened, and his face brightened. He looked up at me, almost shocked, and said, "You're welcome." Then he paused and he added, "You have a really beautiful smile." That moment wasn't about my literal smile. It was about the energy I chose to radiate. It lifted his energy even for just a few seconds, and the ripple of that energy continued in small ways as we moved throughout the store. I left feeling lighter, happier, and even noticed other shoppers who seemed to respond to my own lifted energy. That interaction reminded me that energy is contagious, and even small choices like greeting someone with warmth can create ripples that extend far beyond the immediate moment. The employee handing out samples was like Eeyore in the crowd, going unnoticed. When I chose to smile, offer some warmth and acknowledgement, the energy shifted, and just like Tigger, I created a ripple that changed the dynamic. I saw this dynamic every day when greeting my students at the classroom door. Every day, my classroom was alive with the sounds of students arriving. In the hallway, I'd hear lockers slamming, laughter, whispers, and the occasional groan from a sleepy teen. Some students walk in, dragging their backpacks, eyes on the floor, low energy, expressions that are saying, "Don't notice me today, leave me alone." Others bounce in, smiling, ready to engage. Some students who come in dragging, tired, or frustrated from their day with low frequency, and the energy that just says, "I don't want to be seen." And then those others who are bouncing in and smiling and greeting me in return, matching my energy. On those low energy days, instead of reacting or letting it bring me down, I consciously chose to respond with high frequency energy. I would greet each student with warmth, a smile, and a few positive words. "Good morning. I'm so glad to see you today." Over time, those small energy exchanges begin to shift the room. Students who normally retreat into themselves start to open up. They start to engage and respond. They felt seen, valued, and capable of shining, which often surprised them and me. These everyday moments are proof that magnetic energy works in real life. It is not abstract. Your energy is measurable in the responses you evoke in others. A simple choice to bring warmth, joy, and presence can transform a mundane interaction into a moment of connection, recognition, and flow. I dare you to try it. Do a few experiments this week. My job wasn't to just teach math. It was to reach and make connections with every student. On those low energy days, instead of just letting it pull me down, I consciously chose to radiate high frequency energy. By greeting each student at the door and trying to connect with them, by just asking them about their game from the night before or what they had for lunch, or doing a wall squat competition in the hallway between passing time with them, I would make eye contact, give a small nod, sometimes a fist bump, and over time, I would notice subtle changes. That student who usually trudged in silently would start to lift her head, smile shyly, and then finally respond. Another student who would tend to drift right by me without acknowledging me would start to offer a slight glance and then maybe a mumble of a greeting. Those were wins for me. Those tiny shifts in energy ripple outward, creating a room that felt more connected, more alive, more open to learning. These everyday interactions aren't just nice. They are solid proof that magnetic energy works in real life. Your energy is literally measurable in the responses you evoke from others. Choosing warmth, presence, and positivity transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for connection. Those students who initially seemed like an Eeyore on arrival gradually responded to my high frequency energy. I could have just taken it as a sign that they didn't like me. I could have taken it personal. But instead, I took it as a challenge. I took it as a challenge to draw them out of themselves, to take their lower frequency energy and to notch it up. And so those students with that Eeyore behavior and that Eeyore low frequency responded to that high frequency energy that I was giving out. And over time, they began mirroring Tigger, engaging more, showing enthusiasm, and embracing their own spark. That's magnetic energy in action, and it works in every environment, from stores to classrooms to your everyday interactions. When we recognize our own magnetic energy, we can see that we are connecting to a higher source. Call it God, the universe, infinite intelligence, or spirit. When you raise your frequency, you align with that source and life flows more effortlessly. Einstein said, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality." If you're a science guru or you like metaphors, imagine magnetic fields. Two magnets held near each other. I'm sure you all did that when you were a child, just holding two magnets facing each other. If they're aligned correctly, energy flows naturally. What happens if they're misaligned? Can you feel it? The friction, resistance, nothing flows. Your vibration works the same way. Magnetic energy it's like dropping a pebble into a still pond. Your frequency creates ripples, and every smile, thought, intentional action radiates outward. Those ripples intersect with others' energy, creating connection and opportunity. You're literally a living magnet influencing the world around you. Let's put this into play. I'd like to give you some exercises to raise your frequency. Practice gratitude and radiance. It only takes about 60 seconds. Pause, breathe deeply. Think of one thing you're grateful for and feel it in your chest. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. Let your face radiate warmth. Imagine your energy spreading outward, touching someone you met today. Another exercise. Let's do a little magnetic alignment visualization. If you're able to, as long as you're not driving, close your eyes. Imagine yourself as a magnet. And I know this sounds silly, but bear with me. Visualize yourself as a magnet and your energy field is pulsing outward. It's attracting positive experiences and people. Where are those Tiggers? Picture yourself meeting a goal or a person that you desire to, and feel the excitement, the joy, and the alignment within your magnetic field. Exercise 3. Let's do a little daily micro win action. Think about one small action that aligns with your goals today. Send a message. Take a step toward that dream. Smile at a stranger. Then pair it with some high frequency energy like confidence, love, gratitude. Feel those emotions. Don't just go through the mundane tasks of your day. Stop and embrace those high frequency emotions of confidence, love, gratitude, and share those with someone. Notice how energy and action together create flow. Let's reflect on your mood right now. What's your current frequency? How are you feeling right now? Do you have low frequency? Are you stressed, doubtful, frustrated? Or high frequency? Are you feeling some peace, grateful, joyful, confident? Can you think of one small way to raise it? Maybe smile at someone, breathe deeply, express gratitude, take a small intentional action toward your goal. Can you think of one small way to raise it? Smile at someone, breathe deeply, express gratitude, take a small intentional action toward your goal. The world needs more joy right now. Spread it. For the next 7 days, practice one intentional frequency shift every day, paired with, this is important, aligned action. You guys, this isn't hard. Greet someone warmly instead of nodding. Smile at yourself in the mirror every morning. Take one step toward a dream of yours. Send a message, sign up for a class, complete one task. Notice when your energy drops and then consciously shift it back up. Reflect at the end of each day. How did it feel? What changed? Did you notice small coincidences, opportunities, or some moments that were filled with joy? Over time, consistent high vibration attracts consistent positive responses. That small adjustment can change your day and the ripple effect you create in the world. Trust me, if you haven't ever tried this, do it. Don't go through life so busy that you don't see people or you're not seen. Throw some energy out into the world and really see people. We all love to be seen. Everything you desire is already out there broadcasting. Match the frequency, take aligned action, and life responds effortlessly and beautifully. Thank you for tuning into Project U 2.2. You are your greatest project. Every step brings you closer to an elevated version of yourself. Keep shining, keep experimenting, and keep tuning in to the magnetic power inside of you. Share this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and keep showing up for yourself. Step boldly into your next chapter. If you are looking for some one-on-one coaching, please visit our website at projectu22.org. Have a great day.